Korea has launched the first electric vehicle that has shaken the global electric market. Yes, we're talking about the KGM Muso EV, Korea's first fully electric pickup truck. While it may sound like a simple launch, this move could change the entire game of the EV industry in the future. Imagine, when people thought of pickup trucks, they often thought of big companies from the US or Japan. Now, Korea has also entered the fray. The Muso EV is not just a pickup, but it's also Korea's biggest bet on the automobile industry. The question arises, will this vehicle give giants like Tesla, BYD, and Ford sleepless nights? What battery technology does it possess? In this video, we'll explain what makes the KGM Muso EV so special, how it could disrupt the global EV market, and why it's being called a game-changer pickup. So be sure to stay tuned until the end of the video, because the information you're about to hear will completely change your perspective. Before moving on, subscribe to the channel to be the first to see such exciting videos. Before we talk about the KGM Muso EV, the electric pickup that shook the Korean market, let's learn a little about the company that created it. This story isn't just about a pickup, but also about a brand that overcame its ups and downs, rebuilt itself, and has now taken a major step into the EV industry. This company is called KGM, or Korea Global Motors, but not everyone knows that KGM is the same company we previously knew as SsangYong Motors. Yes, the same SsangYong that once distinguished itself in the Korean automobile industry. SsangYong Motors was founded in Korea many years ago and was long known for its SUVs and off-road vehicles. Cars like the Muso, Rexton, and Corando made it a trusted brand. But as the automobile market changed, especially when Japanese and German companies began to strengthen their foothold in the Korean market, SsangYong ran into difficulties. Gradually, the company's sales began to decline, and its debt burden increased. The situation became so dire that the company faced bankruptcy several times. It changed owners. Sometimes the Indian company Mahindra bought it, and sometimes various investors invested in it. But each time, hopes were dashed, and the company continued to decline. Then came a time when it seemed SsangYong would close forever. But as they say, difficult times are the beginning of true change. That's exactly what happened with SsangYong. With a new owner and a new vision, the company was renamed and given a new lease on life. It was no longer just SsangYong, but KGM, Korea Global Motors. The name change wasn't just a formality. It signified the company's desire to no longer limit itself to Korea, but to target the entire global market. After becoming KGM, the company realized that if the world was rapidly moving towards electric vehicles, they needed to follow suit. And not just launch small EVs or affordable cars, but rather launch something that would surprise everyone. This vision resulted in the KGM Muso EV. Imagine a company that was once on the verge of collapse suddenly entering a large and risky segment like EV pickup trucks. This is the same segment that already houses major vehicles like the Tesla Cybertruck, Ford F-150 Lightning, and BYD Shark. KGM Muso EV design and styling. When we talk about the KGM Muso EV, the first thing that catches people's attention is its powerful design and styling. After all, a pickup truck is a vehicle that looks powerful, but adding an electric touch to it makes it a completely different experience. Looking at the Muso EV, one gets the impression that this vehicle isn't just for work, but also for showcasing both style and power. Speaking of its exterior, the first thing that stands out is its muscular and bold look. Despite being an EV, it has been kept from resembling any other traditional pickup. Electric vehicles typically have a small or closed front grille, but the Muso EV's grille has been given a powerful and stylish look. The headlights are LED, which look sharp and aggressive. From the front, This vehicle immediately conveys that this pickup isn't just for everyday use, but rather for impressing with its power and presence. In its side profile, its large alloy wheels and prominent wheel arches give it a more powerful appearance. Its ground clearance is also high enough to enable it to easily navigate off-roading and rough terrain. A pickup truck is all about strength and reliable ride quality, and KGM hasn't compromised on this. To enhance the EV touch, its body lines have been kept smooth and futuristic, making it distinct from traditional pickups. A large flatbed is provided at the rear for easy loading, and the taillights feature LED signatures. Now let's talk about its interior. The word pickup truck often conjures up a rugged and simple interior, but the Muso EV's cabin completely changes this perception. Stepping inside, you're greeted with a modern and tech-friendly atmosphere. The first thing that catches your eye is its large touchscreen display, which displays everything from navigation to the vehicle's battery status. This display is as responsive as a smartphone, providing the driver with all the necessary information instantly. A digital instrument cluster is also provided, displaying modern graphics and meters instead of traditional dials. All control of the vehicle is easily accessible to the driver, making the driving experience more enjoyable. The seats are exceptionally comfortable. The padding and leather quality have been carefully considered to prevent fatigue even on long journeys. The rear seats are also spacious, ensuring no one feels cramped while traveling with family or friends. A focus has been placed on practicality along with comfort. Door pockets, cup holders, and the center console offer ample storage space. This is crucial for a pickup truck, as these vehicles are often driven by working people who need more space to store their tools and essentials. Furthermore, the cabin has been noise-proofed to ensure a quiet and comfortable environment, combined with the electric motor's silent performance. The Muso EV's interior is also fully equipped with technology. Features like smartphone connectivity, Bluetooth, wireless charging, and a multifunctional steering wheel make it no less than a modern SUV. Driver assistance features like parking sensors, a 360-degree camera, and automatic climate control make it even more advanced. Battery and range. When it comes to any electric vehicle, the biggest question is always what kind of battery it has and how much distance it can travel on a single charge. Just as important as power and design are the vehicle's range and how often it will need to be recharged. Now, let's talk about the KGM Muso EV's battery and range, which makes it unique and competitive in the global market. The KGM Muso EV features a high-capacity lithium-ion battery pack. This battery is specifically designed for pickup trucks, because pickups are used not only for riding, but also for cargo transportation and long drives. The battery has been designed to be robust and long-lasting, allowing it to cover long distances even while carrying heavy loads. According to the company, the Muso EV offers a range of approximately 370 to 420 kilometers on a single full charge. This figure is sufficient not only for city driving, but also provides confidence on highways and off-roading. Now let's talk about charging. The Muso EV supports fast charging. This means that if you're going on a long trip and the battery runs out mid-trip, a fast charger can charge it up to 80% in just 30 to 40 minutes. However, if you charge it at home using a slow charger, it takes about 6 to 8 hours to fully charge. This means that after charging overnight, the vehicle is ready to cover long distances again in the morning. Now, let's compare it to other leading electric pickups on the market. First, consider the Ford F-150 Lightning. It's one of the most popular EV pickups in the world. It comes with two battery options, 98 kWh and 131 kWh, and its range ranges from 370 to 515 kilometers. Meanwhile, the Tesla Cybertruck was hailed as a game-changer, boasting a larger battery pack and a claimed range of 500 to 800 kilometers. The recently launched BYD Shark also offers a range of around 450 kilometers, which is proving to be quite popular in the Asian market. The Muso EV is comparable to the F-150 Lightning and BYD Shark, but still slightly lags behind the Tesla Cybertruck. However, the Tesla Cybertruck's price and premium positioning make it out of reach for the average person, while the KGM Muso EV has been designed to be more practical and affordable. This means that if a customer doesn't want the ultra-long range of a Tesla, but wants a reliable and affordable EV pickup, the Muso EV could be a perfect choice. Additionally, the Muso EV's battery is designed for long life. The company claims that the battery technology used improves heat management and charging cycles, preventing rapid battery degradation. This means it promises excellent performance, not just initially, but for years to come. This is why markets in Korea and Asia are excited about it. The Muso EV's battery and range give it a strong market position. It's neither the largest battery nor the longest range, but its balanced performance and practicality make it unique. While the Tesla Cybertruck looks ultra-premium and futuristic, the Muso EV targets those seeking a low price, good range, and reliable performance. Performance and power. When it comes to pickup trucks, performance and power play an equally important role as design and features. After all, pickups aren't just for style. The real test comes when they're used to hauling heavy loads, traversing rough terrain, and covering long distances. That's why the KGM Muso EV's true strength lies in its performance and power. The KGM Muso EV is equipped with an electric motor that generates robust power. The company specifically designed it to meet the needs of the pickup segment. Its motor produces approximately 310 to 340 horsepower and has a torque of over 600 Nm. If you're familiar with the automotive world, you'll know that the biggest advantage of an electric motor is the instant power you deliver as soon as you press the accelerator. This is why the Muso EV feels fast and responsive despite its heavy body. Now, let's talk about its load capacity. A pickup is meant to be used for carrying goods and for work. The Muso EV is second to none in this regard. Its payload capacity is reportedly up to 1,000 kilos, and it's also capable of towing a trailer. This means it can easily handle heavy lifting and towing if you're looking to use it for business or on an adventure trip. In terms of on-road performance, the Muso EV is ideal for both city and highway use. The smoothness of the electric motor and the balanced battery pack ensure stable driving. On the highway, it can comfortably reach speeds of 120 downs, 150 km/h, which is considered quite good in this segment. Its performance in the city is even more enjoyable as electric vehicles offer smooth driving without the hassle of gear changes. Now let's come to the real test, off-road performance. The Muso EV's ground clearance is so good that it can easily navigate rough roads, mud, and uneven terrain. Its suspension has been specially strengthened to minimize impact. Additionally, the electric motor's instant torque delivery helps it climb hills and traverse steep inclines. While vehicles with petrol or diesel engines often struggle on inclines, the electric motor's nature allows it to deliver full power as soon as needed. This is why the Muso EV can also be a great off-roader. Speaking of driving modes, it offers modes for different situations: normal, eco, and sport. Normal mode offers comfort for everyday driving. Eco mode conserves battery power, and sport mode delivers full power. This means the driver has control for every situation. For safety and control, it also features an all-wheel drive system, which is especially useful in off-roading and in inclement weather, rain, snow, mud. This means the Muso EV isn't just a city vehicle, It can handle all kinds of road conditions. The KGM Muso EV's performance and power make it a truly formidable pickup. The electric motor's instant power, its payload capacity of up to 1,000 kg, and its reliable off-roading nature make it a standout in its segment. Whether you use it for business, long road trips, or off-road adventures, it fits the bill. Impact on the global EV market. The global entry of the KGM Muso EV isn't just the launch of a new vehicle, but also a powerful message that Korea has entered the EV pickup segment. Most importantly, this move poses a new challenge for big names like the Tesla Cybertruck, Ford F-150 Lightning, and BYD Shark. These companies have previously dominated the EV pickup segment, but the Muso EV has made it clear that the competition is about to get more interesting. Let's first talk about the Tesla Cybertruck. When the Cybertruck was announced, it was considered a game-changer. Its futuristic design and long range made it a major focus. However, a major problem is that the Cybertruck is quite expensive, and questions are raised about its practicality. Therefore, the KGM Muso EV targets those who want a practical and affordable EV pickup, rather than a futuristic design. This is why it could pose a direct challenge to the Cybertruck. Now consider the Ford F-150 Lightning. It's America's best-selling EV pickup, and Ford launched it by adapting its most reliable model, the F-150, into an EV version. It offers both power and reliability, but its price and battery options are still not affordable for everyone. The Muso EV offers a balanced option in this regard. Its range and battery life are adequate, but its price will be lower than Ford's. This could attract mid-level customers in the US. As for BYD, this company is already making waves in the EV market. Models like the BYD Shark are gaining traction, especially in the Asian and Latin American markets. However, the Muso EV could also pose a headache for BYD, as it also originates from Asia and has a similar target audience. This means that Asian customers seeking affordable and reliable EV pickups will now have the option of both BYD and KGM. In the US, this will force Tesla and Ford to further strengthen their strategies, as customers there prioritize not only technology, but also reliability and practicality. If the Muso EV enters the market and offers affordable prices, it could attract customers who cannot afford Tesla or Ford. In Europe, the EV market is already growing rapidly. However, European customers prioritize design and efficiency. The Muso EV's balanced design and range could also position it well in Europe, especially in countries where pickups are used not only as work vehicles, but also as lifestyle vehicles. Now, let's turn to Asia, where this vehicle was manufactured and where its greatest impact will be felt. The EV market in Asia is growing rapidly, and people want affordable yet reliable options. BYD already leads in China, but Korea's entry is a wake-up call for both China and Japan. Furthermore, in a market like India, if KGM adopts the right strategy, it could write a new chapter in the pickup segment. The entry of the KGM Muso EV has created a stir in the global EV pickup segment. Giants like Tesla and Ford are no longer alone, and BYD is also poised to face stiff competition from its neighboring country. It could become an affordable option in the US, a favorite in Europe for its style and efficiency, and could prove to be a game-changer in Asia. Korea's strategy. It's crucial to understand Korea's strategy, as the launch of the KGM Muso EV isn't just a vehicle, but reflects the country's entire automotive mindset. The question arises, why did Korea enter the EV pickup segment when most companies there have focused on electric SUVs and city cars? The answer is simple. Korea no longer wants to be limited to its domestic market, but instead aspires to become a global EV powerhouse. First, let's discuss why EV pickups. The pickup segment has so far been dominated by major markets like the US and China. Vehicles like the Ford F-150 Lightning, Tesla Cybertruck, and BYD Shark are proof of this. However, there's a gap here. Pickups that offer good power and range, yet meet the needs of ordinary customers in terms of price and design. Korea has identified this gap and entered the market with the Muso EV. KGM's strategy is to offer a mid-level option between premium and very expensive EV pickups, one that customers find more practical and affordable. Now, if we talk about the domestic market, pickup trucks haven't been very popular in Korea. People there mostly prefer SUVs and compact cars. However, by launching the Muso EV, Korea wants to demonstrate that it understands global trends, not just domestic needs. This pickup has been designed with markets like the US, Europe, and Asia-Pacific in mind. Internationally, Korea is already a major player in the automobile industry. Hyundai and Kia have proven to the world that Korea is at the top not only in technology, but also in design and reliability. Now, the KGM Muso EV adds another new name to this list. Korea's strategy is clear. It doesn't want to limit its EV brand to the domestic market, but also wants to establish its presence in premium markets like the US and Europe. There's another big idea behind this: first mover advantage. Today, there aren't many players in the EV pickup segment. While brands like Tesla and Ford are focusing on the high-end market, BYD is gaining ground in Asia. But Korea has realized that if it acts now, it can quickly become a trusted name. With the Muso EV, Korea wants to demonstrate that EV pickups aren't just expensive and futuristic concepts, but can also be practical and affordable. In the future, Korea's strategy could go a long way. First, pickup trucks are in high demand in Asia, in countries like India, Thailand, Vietnam, and Indonesia. If the KGM Muso EV is launched there with the right price and local production, it could pose a tough competition to BYD and other Chinese companies. In Europe, it could be positioned as a lifestyle pickup, where people prefer stylish and green technology vehicles. And in the US, if KGM enters at the right time, it could bridge the gap between Tesla and Ford. Another major strategy is that Korea also wants to strengthen its EV supply chain. Battery technology and semiconductor chips are already Korea's strengths. Now, by manufacturing EV pickups, it's sending the message that it possesses not only technology, but also practical products. The Muso EV is part of this strategy. The KGM Muso EV isn't just a vehicle, but a weapon for Korea to enter the global market. It's not just designed for the domestic market. Its real challenge and strategy lie internationally. Korea's dream is that just as Japan surprised the world in the car industry in the 1980s, Korea will make its mark in the EV industry in the 2020s. Charging technology. Whenever a new electric vehicle is launched, the first question that comes to people's minds is, how long will it take to charge? Because, honestly, design and power are secondary considerations. Charging is the real concern. The KGM Muso EV has understood this well and has provided charging technology that meets the true needs of customers. The Muso EV has two charging options: fast charging and slow charging. If you're charging at home, it takes approximately 6 to 8 hours to fully charge using a slow charger. This means you can charge it overnight, and the vehicle is ready for a long journey in the morning. However, if you're in a hurry and use a fast charging station, the vehicle can be charged up to 80% in just 30 to 40 minutes. This feature is especially important for those who embark on long trips and worry about running out of battery power. Now comes the question of charging infrastructure. In Korea, the government and private companies are continuously expanding the EV charging network. Charging stations are being installed everywhere, from highways to cities. This is why customers driving pickups like the Muso EV don't have to worry about where to charge. But the real challenge comes when it's launched in the global market. While charging networks in the US and Europe are fairly robust, this remains a major issue in Asia, especially developing countries. Charging stations are rapidly expanding in countries like India, but they're still not universally available. Therefore, it's KGM's responsibility to strengthen the charging network in collaboration with local partners. Now, let's talk about future prospects. The Muso EV is just the beginning. KGM has clearly indicated that it's in the EV segment for the long haul. Its next step could be the launch of more electric vehicles, such as electric SUVs, crossovers, and perhaps even small pickups. This strategy will strengthen the company's domestic market and gain recognition in the international market. Another major factor is the growing demand for electric vehicles in the pickup segment. Until now, people considered EVs to be for small cars and city use, but as battery technology advances and charging becomes easier, people are shifting towards pickups and commercial vehicles as well. Bookings for the Tesla Cybertruck and Ford Lightning in the US are proof of this. In Asia, vehicles like the BYD Shark are attracting interest. Therefore, the KGM Muso EV comes at an opportune time. Now the biggest question is, will the Muso EV truly prove to be a game changer? Or will it just make a splash and disappear? The answer depends on how vigorously KGM pursues its strategy. If the company keeps the price right, supports charging networks, and continuously improves battery technology, there's no doubt the Muso EV could create a major stir in the EV pickup market. But if it only generates a bit of buzz after launch, and the company doesn't focus on further product development or support, it could gradually fade into the background. Currently, the situation suggests that the Muso EV isn't just a vehicle, but a major bet for Korea. This pickup offers a combination of practicality, power, and affordability that customers won't be able to ignore. And if KGM executes its plan effectively, it could stand among giants like Tesla and Ford and declare, "We're in the game too." The biggest question now is, will the KGM Muso EV truly be a headache for major companies like Tesla and BYD, or will it remain just a new entrant? Who do you think will be the true king of the EV pickup segment? Tesla, Ford, or KGM? Let us know your opinion in the comments. And yes, if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe to our channel to be the first to see more exciting videos like this one.